What's going on, y'all? Jorge Manuel here once again. Today's video is going to be on shoe cleaning. So I'm going to go into my process step by step as to how I clean my shoes, and I'm also going to go into removing yellowing. So there are times where I've cleaned my shoes and some yellowing stains remain on the shoe. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can remove those. Now this will be my first time trying to do that, so I hope it works. So stand by and see if it does. Before we get started, I wanted to ask y'all to please think about liking and subscribing to the channel if you are enjoying the content so far. As a reminder, there will be another giveaway at 250 subscribers, and if you would like an opportunity to win an Air Jordan 1 high, please consider subscribing just one time. And I've actually got a special announcement. I will go into more detail in my next video. So if you would like to get a notification whenever I drop a video, please hit that bell. But real quick, that announcement that I will give in the next video will have to do with a special giveaway that will happen very shortly within the next 2 or 3 videos. So stand by for that, and again, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out. Alright y'all, so my process when it comes to cleaning shoes is pretty basic. I'm very old school with it. All I use is water, laundry detergent, and a brush, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, I have used certain shoe cleaners in the past, and I'm not going to give any names, but I will say that I haven't found one that is all that great when it comes to cleaning these shoes. And generally speaking, I find that some of these shoe cleaners simply spread out the stain as opposed to completely removing the stain. So once you clean the shoe with these shoe cleaners that you buy like at Foot Locker or whatever the case may be, it sort of looks like you've cleaned the shoe, but the only thing that's happened is that stain has just spread out. And sometimes I wouldn't say that it's ruined my shoes, but it's definitely not done what I expect it to do. So I just keep it old school, and we're gonna go into that simple process right here. So take a look, and again, it's pretty simple. So take a quick look at how I clean my shoes, and then we'll come back and talk about how we're gonna remove some yellowing in some of the shoes that I've cleaned before. Just as I mentioned, that process was not complicated at all. So anybody can do it. All of y'all have those ingredients in your house. So the next time that you need to clean your shoes, just keep it simple. Again, detergent, water and a brush, rinse and repeat a couple times, and set them out in the sun and you'll be fine. Now when I throw them out there in the sun, definitely monitor them. Don't keep them out there longer than they need to be, especially if you're like in 100-degree weather. You'll damage your shoes that way. So monitor them every 30 minutes or so, just to make sure that it's getting dry and that shade hasn't hit them. Just monitor them and you'll be fine. Now let's move on with trying to remove some of the yellowing on these shoes. So these shoes that I have here, some off-white, they're not Vans. They're not Vans, but they look like that. They definitely don't cost what Vans cost, but they do carry those stains that are typical with Vans. So I don't know if the camera will capture it, but there is a considerable amount of yellowing right here in the front, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to remove that. Now with these Air Maxes, I've seen videos where they removed yellowing from Vans, so I hope that when I get into these, there won't be any issue. But when I get into the Air Maxes, I don't think I've seen any videos of people trying to remove yellowing from Air Maxes. So I'm going to do the same process that I do with these off-whites with the Air Maxes, and I hope that they will have the same or similar results. I'm not sure, so we'll see. So let's get to it, and I don't want to take credit for this process that I'm going to use. I've seen it in other YouTube videos. This is my first time doing it. Oh, and one quick requirement before you get on to doing this with removing the yellowing on these shoes, make sure that they're clean prior to. So these were recently cleaned in the same process that I just showed you. So make sure you do that before you try to remove the yellowing stains. So let's get to it, and I hope that it works. Alright fam, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. And it's been 1 day since I've cleaned the shoes. They're fully dried. Now sometimes when you don't have enough sun to dry your shoes, what I do is, so you can take the laces from the shoe and I just put them through the top eyelets, and then I go ahead and hang them in the dryer. So I make sure I put a knot at the top of the laces, and then I put the shoe inside the dryer, I close the dryer, and then they hang by the laces, and then you could just dry them like that. And I find that that works just fine. So as far as the results when it comes to removing the yellowing, I want to say that it definitely worked. It worked on the Off-Whites, and it also worked, to my surprise, on the Air Maxes. So now I'm not going to sit here and say that the results were perfect. Definitely not. I'd say you probably have to do it 2 times to get really good results. Now I don't know if the camera picked it up. I hope it did, but here are these. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus. So I hope the camera was able to pick that up, but they are much better than they were. Now I'm going to show you where I missed a spot so you can sort of tell what the impact was when you try this method. So here is the side. So here is the side of this shoe. I'm going to bring it up close in a bit, but you'll see a yellow stain here where I didn't put any of that paper, that wet paper. So there was no effect on the shoe, and you still see some yellowing. So let me show you real quick what I'm talking about. So it's sort of like right here and right here. Hopefully the camera can pick it up. Hopefully you were able to see it. And again, trust me when I say this method works. So go ahead and give it a shot when your shoes start looking funky. Alright y'all, I'm gonna wrap it up. This is it for me. Again, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Alright, I'm out of here. To the next one, y'all. Peace.